Hey guys, in my office, and I wanted to give a update on student loan forgiveness. Once again, there's been a lot of talk that something is supposed to be happening soon. That's what CNBC has recently reported, and I've been hearing that from other sources as well. So I wanted to give you a quick update on what's happening. But before I get started, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Okay, so pretty recently here, CNBC has reported within like the last 4 days that Biden has allegedly said that he's going to make a decision on student loan forgiveness by the end of this month, so by the end of August 2022. So apparently there's supposed to be something happening soon. We're going to know if, he's going to forgive student loan debt, number one, and then how much is he going to forgive. So, of course, we've heard, Biden said, in his campaign trail that he was talking about forgiving $10,000. And then we've kind of heard throughout the media, okay, maybe it's going to be $50,000. I think that was more so of a rumor. So we know that it's going to be somewhere between at least 10 to 50, of course, is everyone's big hope. But there's also, supposed to be some restrictions. So there may be some income restrictions for single individuals. We're looking at from 125,000 to 150,000. Basically, if you make somewhere within that, then you may not qualify for the student loan forgiveness. For married folks, we're looking at anywhere from 250 to 300,000. So those are some numbers that we're kind of playing with right now. Of course, nothing is set in stone, but this is what we are hoping to hear by the end of this month. Another big question that people have is what type of loans are going to be forgiven. So as we know, there's federal, then there's private loans, there's undergraduate loans, there's graduate loans. For the most part, it looks like that this loan forgiveness would apply to federal student loans. It does not look like private student loans would be included in this. There was at one point talk about, is this only going to cover, undergraduate loans? It's looking like it may cover undergraduate and graduate. However, that's another question that many folks still have. So if you've been watching my channel, then you know that I paid off my student loans in January. I think it was like January 27th. I paid off my student loan. So while I don't have student loan debt, I do know that this is still a big issue for like most Americans. I think we're at a good time to where, something could happen. I don't think it's going to be $50,000, but it may be a little something here or there, not quite sure. But I do think that this is, literally the only time in history where something like this is, maybe going to happen. So with this news, on the horizon, possibly by the end of this month, what are some things that you should be doing to really prepare for this if it happens? So my first recommendation is to really take advantage of the no interest on federal student loans. We're kind of toying with the maybe 10K, maybe more than that. But okay, let's say that 10K is what he allows and you have more than 10K. So what's going to happen to the rest? Now is a great time. We've been in this no interest period for almost 3 years for you to really, kind of clean up your student loans as much as possible and to actually be able to make some headway. So I know someone who had like around 70K and she's been able to clean that up because there was no interest. So it's really, really important that you take advantage of this right now. This is literally the only time in history that this has happened, it being no interest on federal student loans. So you want to do what you can. Another tip is to get clear on how much you owe. So a lot of folks I notice, like, they really don't even know how much they owe in their student loans. I know some people, it is kind of scary to look at it. I do understand that. But get clear on how much you owe, because if, 10K is approved or higher, you want to make sure that that your balance reflects that. But you don't really know that if you're not keeping up with how much you owe. So especially for folks whose lien holders have switched, you want to make sure that you literally print out all of that documentation that shows that you've paid, or that at least shows your current balance, because you want to make sure that if it does happen, that you get every penny of it. And, lastly, I would ask, what's your plan if it doesn't happen? Are you just going to stay in student loan debt? Are you going to pay it off? Like, you need to come up with a plan on, if the student loan forgiveness doesn't happen, or if the amount that you need doesn't happen, what are you going to do to resolve this? Of course, student loan debt is crippling. It can stop you, from doing so many things, from just being free. As someone who has no debt, like, that is like another level of freedom, y'all. So, you need to come up with a plan. Are you going to use a debt snowball? As y'all know, I used a debt snowball to clear up my debt in 22 months. Are you going to do that? Are you going to take advantage of this no interest? What are you going to do? You got to have some plan. So that would be my last tip of advice. Get a plan and use it. And get one that works, that's research based. Don't just get something that you saw on TikTok and it's to beat the system. No, talk with people, get some education on how can you clear this up. All right, y'all, so I hope this video was helpful for you. Drop down in the comments, let me know, do you believe that like a decision is actually going to happen by the end of August? How much are you hoping for? Do you have a plan together in case it doesn't, work out like you planned? Drop down in the comments and let me know. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you next time. Bye.